In our last video, we did look into the installation of GitHub Copilot CLI, and we went ahead and showed you how to log in using your GitHub account. I also showed you how to activate the banner that is animated every time you launch your Copilot CLI, because it is set in a way that it only shows that banner for the first time that you're launching that CLI. Now, we went ahead and logged in and even tried a single prompt. Today, I want us to look into something different. Let's try and see how useful can this CLI be in your day-to-day activities as a developer. There's a piece of code that you've always written again and again until you've mastered how to write it. At that point, it makes no sense having to write it again from scratch when you have a tool that can write it for you. In that line, I want us to build a simple portfolio website today using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is a simple tech stack that you can write without even Googling any snippet of the code or even watching a video on YouTube. And so it doesn't make sense having to write it for yourself again when you have a tool that is free and available to you that can help you write this code in less than 20 minutes, and you'll be having a complete professional portfolio website. So join me today and let's see how different prompts and how you refine a prompt can decide on the quality of work or product that you will get from the CLI tools or the AI tools in general. We'll tweak our prompts to try and build a portfolio website that we will be using for our achievements, projects, and even our work experience. Without further ado, let's get into the video and let me show you how we are going to use this CLI tool to build a modern, professional, responsive portfolio website. Now, first things first, I'm going to create a directory where we are going to have our portfolio project, and that is on my desktop. So I'm going to cd into desktop and then create a directory and name it YouTube tutorials. So then let me get into that directory, cd YouTube tutorials. And then let me launch my VS Code here by typing code space and then full stop. That will launch our VS Code right inside that directory. Once our VS Code is up, the next thing I want to zoom in here, of course I trust the authors. Next thing is to zoom in so that you can see clearly what I'm doing. And then once I'm zoomed in here, you can see I don't have any files here, because I want GitHub Copilot CLI to do everything for me. What I'm going to do next is to launch the terminal by pressing Ctrl and tilde key. And that will give me the terminal here. And the first thing I'm doing is launching Copilot right in my terminal. Copilot. That should take some time, and then we want to trust the files in this folder. Just press enter. And then remember last time I logged in, so there's no need of logging in again. And I'm logged in as Osego Tech. That is my GitHub username. And the model we are using is Cloud Sonnet 4.5. Now here we are, and we are presented the prompt here. Now here is where you can start giving the CLI tool or the AI your prompts based on what you want to do. First things first, I just love saluting AI. Hi. Can you help me build a portfolio website? Don't do it yet. We are still discussing. Then press enter. And then I love doing this just to give it context or to set my expectations. So when I ask this question, already it knows what I'm about to do, and we can first discuss that, the specifics of what we're going to do before we finally give it a go ahead to do what I want it, or the project I want to build. Now let's see what we have here. Hi, that was my question. Can you help me build a portfolio website? Don't do it yet. We are still discussing. And then you see the responses. Of course, I will be happy to help you plan a portfolio website. Let's discuss what you're looking for. Here are some things we can talk about. The purpose and content. What type of portfolio is this for? Developer, designer. Then the key sections. About, bio, projects, work or showcase, skills or technologies, contact form, resume or CV. Blog is optional. And then design style. What aesthetics are you going for? Minimal, modern, creative, professional, dark mode. Technology stack. Do you have preference for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, framework, React, whichever framework you want to use, template or starter kit, then the hosting platform. Hosting will be in our upcoming videos. For now, we just want to build that portfolio website and not focus on hosting. We will be hosting in our next video. Then other features like any specific functionality you need, e.g. animations, filtering, projects, light or dark mode, toggle, and all that. And then what are the most important to you and what's your vision for this portfolio? Now, I don't want to complicate this. I want us to use what the AI tool has suggested to us, that is the sections. So I'm going to tell it, I'm a developer and I want all these sections here. And because I want to keep this simple, I want us to stick to static HTML, CSS and JS. And then from that, we're going to see what it's giving us. And then we're going to refine it as we move along. So let's go ahead and respond or reply. I am a developer, full stack engineer, MongoDB expert, and AI enthusiast. Include all the sections you have mentioned. Keep it static using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Press enter. Now, I have already given it responses to what it's asked me. That is in terms of, am I a developer, the stack, and the sections. So we are going to wait and see the kind of system it's going to build for us, and then after which we will refine it to our liking. So let's just watch and see how this unfolds. So let's see what we have. Perfect. So we are building a static full website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for a full stack engineer, MongoDB expert, and AI enthusiast. Here is what I'm planning to include: sections, hero landing, about, skills, projects, experience or resume, blog, contact, technical approach. Now look at this. We have clean, modern, responsive design, vanilla JS, mobile fast responsive, that is CSS, possibly include features like dark light mode. Of course, I'm not even after that, but anyways, since we have it there, we'll have a look. Now, it has more questions for me before we start. Do you want a single page design, like all sections on one scrolling page, or multi-page? In my case, I just want single page design because this is something simple. Why would you have more pages? In that case, I will go with single page. Any color scheme preferences? Not yet. I want it to give us what it has without defining the color scheme at this point. It is too specific. We can define that later, but at this point, I won't specify that. And then, do you have specific projects, content ready? No. I will want it to use placeholder content. And then, any design inspiration or style you prefer, minimal, bold, plasmorphism. I won't want to specify more things. The only thing I'm going to specify here is single page design. Then I want it to think on its own and give me what it thinks is best. So how am I going to do that? Just reply simply, I prefer single page design. For other questions, please use what you think is best. Let's go. Press enter and then wait for it to do its magic. Perfect. I'll create a modern simple page portfolio website with design choice. I will make color scheme blue purples for tech field. Okay. Style modern. Features of, we have that there. Structure, index, style, and script. Then assets folder. The site will highlight your expertise in. Okay. Just let me know when you're ready and I will build it out. Should take just a few minutes to create a fully functional, professional portfolio site. Ready to proceed? Yes. Let's go. Now, at this point, it's now ready to start acting or building the site. Now, you have three options. You can either be a human in the loop, where you only allow it, or you have to review what it wants to write or code by choosing yes. Or you can just give it yes and approve this command for the rest of the session. So you won't have to come back again and again or monitor it typing yes, yes, yes. and then you can either choose no if what it's about to do is something that you don't like. In my case, because this is just to make it simple, I'll just authorize it for the rest of the session and say yes. As you can see, it has already created a portfolio website directory right here. Let's expand, nothing yet. And we have assets inside, we have images. What else do we have? Exactly. So it's still working behind the scenes. We'll have to wait and see what's cooking. Amazing. So we are here. Do you want to edit homepage, like creating our index.html? Yes, that is what I want. So in this case, I'm going to also give it full access for the rest of the session by pressing yes. And as you can see, we have assets inside here created, and then we have index.html is our main site, and then we have styles.css right here already created. Okay, and the next we can see JavaScript is being created here, JavaScript file that is script.js. So it's still cooking. We have to wait and see or let Copilot cook, and that is what we are doing. Fantastic. At this point, it wants to review the portfolio website structure, so I'll just tell it yes to authorize that operation. And you can see we already have everything here. We have also a readme. Look at that. It's giving us a readme of what it has created, how to run it locally, personal information, what I can update, my name, title, about section, and all that. Now let's see what we have. So we are perfect. Your portfolio website is complete. Here's what I have built for you. Project structure is index, style, script, readme, and then assets right there. Then key features, dark and light mode, fully responsive, 7 sections, project filtering, smooth animations, contact form, modern design. And then to customize, we can replace John Developer with my name in index, update email, social links, and contact info, add your actual projects and experience, change colors in CSS variables if desired, and then add my profile images to assets. And the site is production ready and can be deployed to GitHub pages, Netlify, or Vercel immediately. Next is for us to review what it has built. And since this is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I'll just click on index.html and then use my live web server extension with here. Then we can just choose to go live. Starting. Fantastic. So this is what we get from our command. Now you see we have my my logo right here. We have home, about, skills, projects, experience, blog, and contact. And then we have the dim toggle here. Let's try that and see if it works. Wow, that works. So we can toggle back to light mode, and developers are accustomed to dark mode. So let's go dark mode. And then hi, I am John Developer, full stack engineer, MongoDB expert, AI enthusiast. And then just building scalable applications. Then you can view my work and get in touch. So I'm supposed to go to the HTML and replace these links with actual links that are mine, and that is GitHub, LinkedIn, X, and my email. And then you can get in touch here. This one will take you to my contact section. So let's try, and then here you can replace with your image. So let's scroll down, about me. So just something small about me, years of experience, projects completed, clients. And then we have skills, technologies, backend development, database, AI engineering, tools and DevOps. I don't like this section here. It looks so it's so not professional, if you ask me, and it's so plain, very plain. I don't love that, so we will tweak this with a prompt. And then featured projects here. I love what the design here. So here you can have the image and all that. And then experience and education, see what we have. We have a timeline, senior full stack engineer, full stack developer, then Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, University of Technology, and all that. And then certifications is right here. This looks good. I love this section and all that. And then coming to my blog post, I also love the design here, but we can tweak that a little bit. And then get in touch, actually what we expect, how it can look right there. And then of course built with love using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript by John Developer. So I want us to give it one more prompt to tweak, and then I'll show you how this changes. So like I mentioned, I don't like this section here. Look, it's so plain, doesn't look good. And then also about me section here, okay, I'll leave it at that. Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back. Also the blog section here, I don't like it, but anyways, we can still do better than this. So I'm coming back here and say, looks good, but I feel we can do better. The text stack section is so plain, no designs is appealing. For that section, also, can you try make it modern, professional, and beautiful? You can use online free images sites to add images for various sections where we have images. Then press enter and let it do its work. Ideally, this is how a normal human being will be using AI to build. Like, use natural language, talk to it like you'll talk to a human being, even though OpenAI complained that us just saying hi please is costing millions, but ideally that's how a human being will communicate with the AI while building. I mean, it's a post natural language processing, so what's stopping you from just being natural with it like you're talking to a fellow human? So let's wait and see how it will transform what we have and make it modern, beautiful, with free images that are online. Now it has done with improvements, so let's see what we have. Okay, now like I told it, go look for free images online. There we have. Okay, and then this is still okay. Coming down, we have full stack developer. It has found some screenshot of some code snippet. Technology still not quite good. I still don't love that. No, you see we have problems here. Look, if you hover, it hides it. Look at that. And then featured projects looks good. It has added images like I expected. Fantastic. Section here is okay, and then blogs also added images. Fantastic. So one more thing I want to do is to just redesign this section here, skills and technologies. So I'll do that. One last thing, the skills and technology section design is poor and not modern. Review and enhance that section only. Make it look modern and professional. That's the last prompt we have for today, and we call it a day. So let's wait and see what we are getting from that. So let's see. Let me completely redesign the skill section with a modern professional look using progress bars, icons, and sleek card design. Let's see what it will cook for us. We wait. Okay, so we are done. Let's see what changed. Complete design of skills technology section with new features, modern card layout, progress bar, color-based categories, feature card, skill badges, enhanced icons, professional structure, enhanced icons, okay, animations, responsive design, visual improvements. Okay, too much talk. Let's look at what we have on the browser. Okay, still not what I love, but you can always tweak this. Actually, just have a look at that. You can always tweak it how you want it. You can actually tell it, I want it to use flex, 3 columns in desktops, 2 columns in medium screens like tablets, and then 1 column in small screens like mobile devices. And that is why we have to emphasize on the importance of knowing the basics of coding or programming before coming here. So you can ideally tell it what you want or what you think is a good design. So tell it 3 columns on large screens, 2 on medium, and 1 on small devices. So the next thing I'm going to do here is just to test the responsiveness of this site. Right click, and then we can just come here, click on this, and the responsiveness, of course, it's working. As you can see, we have that navigation bar or hamburger here. The white mode is also working, and then we can adjust while we observe the responsiveness. We can adjust, and sure thing, it works. And so that's it, how we have used Copilot CLI to help us build a professional portfolio website. For a developer, you can use it. If you are a doctor, if you're an engineer, you can use it. Thank you for watching, guys. As you have seen, that's how you can use the CLI tool to help you do simple tasks or repetitive tasks that will otherwise take your time. So they will help you write it really fast, really quick, or even help you in debugging, tracing errors, and even reviewing your code, or even refactoring your code. Thank you for watching, guys. Osego Codes signing out.